Alright guys, new character update for Zenless Zone Zero. So very recently they gave Zhao some huge kit changes, practically reworking the entire kit. We saw the core passive changes in one of my previous videos, but for this one, let's do a full breakdown on the new kit and let's see is the new one still as good as the previous one, because in the last breakdown video, if you guys remember, we saw the buff effects for Zhao were actually based on the type of character that the ally agent was, like attack, rupture, stunner, but he completely scrapped that idea and changed most of her kit. And also, if you guys do want to be kept updated on everything Zenless, like the video, subscribe, and put those notifications on if you haven't already. Also, just a heads up, tomorrow's video is indeed a sponsored one, so for those who want to support me, go like and comment on that video when it's up. And for those who help out the channel, I'm gonna be picking a few of you guys in that video to win a free internet membership. But alright, let's not waste any time and get right into it and see what the free Zhao kit is all about. Alright, pulling up the Zhao kit website, and as usual, I'm gonna head over straight to the core passive and additional ability, as this is the main part of her kit, and at the same time, what got the most changes, so let's go over it. Alright, so there we have it, the core passive Best Colleague. For the effect, Zhao gains additional crit rate based on initial max HP, increases crit rate by 1.4% for every 1000 max HP. So with the first thing here, she will have a decent amount of built-in crit rate in her kit, which is pretty helpful for her damage. The next part, when on-field agent deals damage, Zhao accumulates 6 frostbite points, triggering at most once every 3 seconds, up to 100. When frostbite points is full, switching Zhao to on-field position activates entry skill. When Zhao activates entry skill, either Veil Wellspring is activated, increasing max HP of all squad members by 5% for 40 seconds. When triggered again, the existing Either Veil Wellspring will be deactivated, and when Zhao activates the entry skill, the whole squad gains boost effect, which is increasing the whole squad attack by 1000 for 40 seconds. Repeated triggers extend the duration. When this effect triggers under Either Veil Wellspring, Quick Assist will be activated. This is very similar. It reminds me of a debuff that Caesar adds, basically just a straight up attack boost, and it's very similar, 1000 for 40 seconds. And additionally, Zhao will also boost up 5% HP for 40 seconds of your whole team when you pop that entry skill after accumulating enough points. And how you accumulate those points is whenever a other agent attacks an enemy, and she gains about 6 frostbite points per 3 seconds each time you attack. So basically for the rotation, I guess you want to stay on the field with the main agent until that is up, and then you switch to Zhao to provide the rest of the buff. Alright, then we have additional ability Cohesion, triggers when there is attack, anomaly, or rupture character in the squad. While Zhao is within Either Veil, increase damage dealt by the whole squad by 5%, and when Zhao's initial max HP exceeds 6000, for every 600 points of initial max HP, the damage boost increased by an additional 1%, up to a max of 40%. When an initial max HP reaches 27,000, this buff then reaches the maximum effect. So this is actually pretty good. She doesn't seem too restrictive so far. She can work with attack, anomaly, and rupture characters. On top of the initial buff that she provides in the core passive, she also gets a 40% damage boost to the whole team, which is pretty insane. Also, another thing that is different from last time is the scaling of this character. You want to get as much HP as possible to reach that 27,000 requirement to gain that full 40% damage buff to your whole team. So the additional ability gives 40% damage, the core passive gives 1000 attack and 5% max HP to the whole team. And on top of that, she also gives herself some nice crit rate per 1000 HP, and given if you even reach the 27k threshold, this is just a rough estimate here, but it's going to be over 30% crit rate. Zhao is looking pretty impressive from these two things alone. So the good news is she's still going to be a pretty good partner for Yixinguan. But now let's keep going as we have a lot more to check out for her kit. I'm going to head over all the way up to her basic attack. The first basic attack, called Piercing Judgment, pretty standard. Unleash 5 slashes, first hits deal physical damage and last 4 hits deal ice damage. The final Judgment, enter charging state, releasing to unleash a slash forward, massive ice damage. The next basic attack, Final Judgment, chain attack, resist follow-up, deals damage, it will consume the charge time to deal additional damage, dealing 24% of Xiao's max HP as the additional damage for every 1 second of charge time. Basically, the longer you charge, the more damage you will do. Then here we have the dodge. Dodge looking pretty standard, still the same as last time, so I'm gonna skip over it. Here we have the special attack Ice Shatter Blast. Upon activating the skill, if current HP is above 50% max HP, she will consume 12% of her max HP to restore HP to all ally squad members based on 2% of max HP per second for 5 seconds. Can be triggered once every 40 seconds, so surprisingly, she even has some built-in healing into your kit for team survivability, which is actually pretty nice. Next up, we have the other EX special attack called Frostbound Earth. This is continuously /4 dealing massive ice damage. Upon activating this skill, if current HP is above 50% max HP, she will also consume 12% and heal your team, the same effect as the previous one, 2% of max HP per second for 5 seconds. And upon activating the skill, gain 20 Frostbite, and when Frostbite point is full, she will basically activate the Ether Veil and consume these points. Then the core passive effects will activate, as well as the additional ability. And upon activating the skill while under Ether Veil Wellspring, she can trigger Quick Assist, and if switched out during this state, she will automatically chain into a charge basic attack Final Judgment. So looking pretty good so far, especially for a free character. She does quite a lot, heals her team, provides an insane buff, and her damage, given how easy she is to build with that built-in crit rate, should be still pretty decent. Alright, next up we got the Chain Attack Temporary Alliance. So this is performed continuously /4 dealing massive ice damage. She accumulates 5 Frostbite upon activating it, and when it's full, she activates the Ether Veil. And it's basically a repeat of what we saw in the EX special attack Frostbound. Alright, now we have the ultimate Bunny Blade Barrage. So perform a forward attack followed by a falling slash on enemies dealing massive ice damage. This skill accumulates 20 Frostbite point, and then if it's full, she activates Ether Veil, and then upon activating the skill, this will trigger Quick Assist and Basic Attack Final Judgment. So yeah, you can pop this off with the ultimate, the Chain Attack, and the EX special attack Frostbound Earth. And the assist also has a similar feature where she's able to automatically chain the Basic Attack Final Judgment and begin charging. And the assist follow-up, she can also activate the Ether Veil from that and consume the Frostbite point. So this gives us a good picture about her playstyle. It seems she's going to be off-field for most of the time in order for your other agent to accumulate the Frostbite point, and then you want to switch in with Zhao, consume all the points, and then switch back out, activate all the buff, and then juice out your main DPS. Alright, last thing to mention are the Mindscapes. So I never covered the Mindscapes yet, so let's read over it. So the Mindscape 1 is Solemn Verdict. When Zhao leaves the field, the whole squad's damage ignores 50% of target's attribute res for 40 seconds. That is quite strong. We have the Mindscape 2. When Zhao's HP is restored, increase attack by 20%, and increase other squad members' attack by 50% for 40 seconds. The Mindscape 3 is standard. Mindscape 4. When Zhao activates entry skill Frost Burst, gain 250 decibels, and then all of these gain crit damage increased by 40%. And lastly, the Mindscape 6. The core passive crit rate scaling basically goes up 125% of the original value, and the basic attack Final Judgment increases the additional damage per the charge duration to 140% of the original value, and the accumulated charge duration will not be consumed during attacks. Alright, so we just went over the full Zhao kit rework. Let me know down below what you think about this character, but to me she seems pretty impressive, especially since everyone gets her for free, and she's basically a really good partner for Yixin Guan, so that is a pretty big win. But this will conclude today's breakdown, so if you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, put those notifications on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.